dedicate ourselves to a book or to a Ho Mann Jahaan, to a Big Boy, to a Jehan. We should, if anything, someone asked me today, how would you want people to receive Pakistani cinema? I would love it if Pakistani cinema would be received how Pakistani TV at one point was perceived, which was good content. You know that you're going to go watch a drama and it's good content. And I would love it. I would love it if people go and say, oh, this Pakistani film, I don't know what the actors, I don't know what it is about. I just know that the content will be good. And that is something, that is our USP by it. If we go back to our literature, our writers, that is something we haven't even tapped into. So, I personally think that that's something that we should be relying on. And we should definitely not be stopping ourselves and saying, oh, this works for us, so let's do this. No, we are in such a good position right now because we have no home.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. That's
so
a blessing, right?
That's actually such a big blessing that we don't have major stars where we're like putting them
I disagree with you on that.
Well, of course we have major stars. No, I totally agree. But what I mean is we don't have star-driven films.
Yeah, we're not stifling ourselves.
We're not stifling ourselves with formula films right now. We have an audience that is saying, feed us whatever you want, and we should decide.
And
so
even
we're in a good place.
Because we've been in a position where we have yearned for, longed for cinema to come forth again, and really in our lifetimes come forth in a big way. We have pretty much been consuming films from various sources. Watching Hollywood, watching TV stuff, watching our television. So the one plus side of not having had kind of a film industry driving our own aesthetics was that we were a lot more open to a lot of things, whereas I suppose people within really evolved markets and evolved industries would have a greater sense of loyalty, not that we don't or didn't, but because we were in the process of bringing it forward, you could always think, let's just, what do we find interesting, kind of like bring the best of breed in terms of just where we want to go with stories. So that's exciting. I think there's a lot more optimism there than expressed. Of course, when it comes down to money, people are still in the habit of, just communicating that little bit of cynicism.
But that's everywhere.
That's everywhere. But it's exciting times for the amount of people we have.
The idea is, even in terms of financial viability of a film, right now the idea is what do you work with? You work with what you have best. Like Mahira said, Adeel said, that we are restricted in terms of how much we can spend on cinema right now, because the numbers don't do justice to it. In terms of, let's say, we spend ridiculous amount in terms of making a popcorn flick. Now I am taking the liberty of saying a popcorn flick, letting you decide what that means. But what I mean by that is, so then what do you do? If you don't have that kind of money to throw away on blowing up 50 cars, or singing a song, or in Switzerland, stuff like that. So how do you justify it? Then you work with what you work best with.
But we're definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
I think Pakistani cinema is going to grow. There'll be more money invested. There'll be more cinema halls, and therefore there'll be more.
Why not work with stories then? That's essentially right.
And also, if you look at the numbers, if you really want to go into numbers, and you must, because it's very interesting. We have had simultaneous releases, which I was like, because when Munawar was releasing, I was like, what is this? Why are we doing this? There's Bajrani Bhaijaan, there's Wrong Number, all three. Then comes another bunch of films. Nearly all did. There were some that tanked, and again, I would take the liberty of saying that yes, the content there, but otherwise, films like Manto did well.
Yeah, but what's interesting is we were visiting some cinemas, right? So me, my first Pakistani film. Only it was interesting to know that Indian films stay on screen for what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
And Pakistani films stay for 4, 6, 8 weeks. Which is
Because of
amazing.
piracy.
No.
Yes,
but
yes.
That was a factor.
Well, that's the
That's the
you think
major
that's
factor.
you think that's the only reason?
That
Yeah.
is the only reason.
We've
You
been
see what
lucky enough.
happens is that Pakistan, which is also cool, because Pakistan is
Pakistani cinema, yeah.
and we have no control over Indian filmmaking. That happens there. But once it happens, obviously cable channels play it everywhere, so they suffer, right? Which is a very big problem in India, piracy.
Yeah.
What we are right now, we're in again, people are supportive of our cinema right now that way. So there's no piracy. And because there's no piracy, our films run for long. And because they run for long, we get money.
I mean, stories being a strong point. See, numbers-wise, it's a different game altogether.